Like nothing ever happened.
I don't know what I was going to say.
We were doing this question. You were talking about getting drunk, but not drinking. Drinking, but not getting
So
drunk.
I had one drink, and I like sort of tipsy-ish feeling. It's quite nice.
I would class that as still drinking to get a little bit drunk, though. It's just not sloshed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I get you.
why would you just have a beer?
No, I do that.
I mean, unless you're like having a meal, fine, fair enough. But
Yeah.
like, what's the point of drinking unless you're gonna drink to be drunk?
Yeah, because I don't...
Even a little bit.
I mean, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So is it 2 drinks every hour, 5 drinks every 3 hours, 3 drinks every 2 hours, or 1 drink every hour?
I'd say 1 every hour.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm so clever.
Whatever.
I am so smart.
I mean, true or false?
Yeah.
When driving, you can always go right on red.
This is an American thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Why not?
False.
Yeah.
Clearly false.
Guest starring Dom.
Just looking in and giving Callum a horrible look.
Was that directed at me?
Yes!
Sorry, mate. I don't know American road laws.
That's just a law. You
No,
don't go.
In this country, I wouldn't go on a red light because it's red for
Red?
stop. I don't drive.
Jesus, neither do I.
No, but I know that. I don't know because in America, like they've got weird lights. They've got like a yellow one that flashes, and they've got a red one that's there apparently. I don't know.
Jesus.
Juice.
Okay, this is an adult question. What 2 household items can be used to unclog a drain?
Okay, what are the choices?
Baking soda and vinegar,
I would say that one.
orange juice and Pepsi,
Not that one. Oh no, Coke can sometimes.
dish soap and flour,
No.
Windex and bleach.
I'm assuming when talking about combined,
Yeah,
so I would say baking soda and vinegar.
you are correct.
Of course I am. Was it ever in doubt?
Yes.
No.
What should your resume include? Your job history,
Yes.
special skills,
Yes.
your education history.
Yes. Or all the above?
Yeah.
All the above.
Yeah.
Like, duh.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. I mean, it's silly.
It's very silly.
Silly.
True or false?
True.
I mean, as long as you have money in your account,
Yeah.
no ATM will not charge a fee for withdrawing your money.
What?
What does that mean?
What? Okay, say it again.
I don't want to.
Say it. You're gonna need to.
I don't want to.
Say it again.
It's so bad. So long as you have money in your account,
Yeah.
no ATM will not charge a fee for withdrawing your money.
Okay. I'm
What
gonna
are
say.
you trying to say?
I mean, that sounds like a double negative.
It is.
I won't not do that. I'm gonna say true because
Okay, why not?
it's a
It's false. I don't get
Good.
it.
good.
I really should have researched this a bit better. What month of every year are your taxes due by?
Well, in this country, it's April.
Yeah, let's say April.
Well, no, wait, that.
Well, it's
I was right. Yes. Excellent.
What is the minimum amount of time you should give your boss if you plan to leave your job?
4 weeks or a month.
Like a month, yeah.
Yeah.
No, apparently in America it's 2 weeks.
Okay.
Or is that-
Ours is 4.
Yeah, but is it though, or is that just
I think
where
it varies
we've
on
worked?
contract
Yeah.
because my contract previously stated I must give 4 weeks notice for my departure.
Yeah, same. You don't necessarily have to work it though.
Don't you?
No, you can leave with immediate effect.
Can you? Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, but you'll be going against your contract.
So.
But nobody's gonna like sue you for it. I don't think.
They just
I don't
won't- they just
think.
won't
I
pay
don't
you.
know. I could be wrong.
You just won't get any money,
Yeah,
which is pants.
but I guess if you're working somewhere like where you're being harassed or something, then you might want to be just like, right, I'm going.
Harassed.
Harass. I mean, how many more questions are there?
Well, part of being an adult is seeing things through to the end. You're just like, no.
It's excessive. I can't. But I'm just so annoyed that we're gonna have to splice these videos together.
That's all part of the... No, look, let's talk about this later.
What a dad. True or false?
I'm the adult one here. That's concerning.
All jobs must give their employees at least 2 weeks vacation time. 2 weeks? I mean, yeah. More?
More, yeah.
False.
In this country, we have a mandatory minimal amount.
Right, this is what it says on the website.
Yeah.
Thequiz.com.
It says American companies, so
American companies are seriously behind the curve when it comes to paid vacation time.
Wow. Unfortunate for chaps or chapettes in America.
Unlucky, guys. We get, like, 5. I just got a text from my mum.
Dids.
That's what she calls
It's
me.
cute. Yeah, no, in this country we have, what is it, 28 days? 25 days?
28, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And some jobs, like, include bank holidays and stuff, and you get, like, a day in lieu if
Do they
you
have
work
bank holidays
it.
in America?
They have,
Right
like...
in, let us know.
Don't you guys have, like... I don't know, they must get time off, like, Thanksgiving and...
Well, yeah,
Stuff
holidays,
like that.
but, like, I don't know if they have bank
like,
holidays.
bank holidays. I don't know. I don't know.
Who's to say?
If you've been dating someone for over 6 months and you want to break things off, you should always
Run.
send them a text.
Ooh.
Have you ever been dumped by text?
No. I've dumped by text.
Lucky you.
Oh, India.
Actually, no, it was MSN, which is even worse.
I've done that.
MSN Messenger.
I've done that.
It's not ideal. Not even a phone call. Hook up with their best friend.
Probably not the best way to go about it.
Change your Facebook relationship status to single. Just like no other.
Has anyone ever done that to you? Because no one's done that to me.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I've been dumped a fair bit, but it's always been face to face.
Yeah, no, mine hasn't. Or tell them in person, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, we're not savages.
I mean, the first sentence for that is dating in the 21st century can be a tricky thing to navigate. Not that tricky. Like, not tricky enough to think.
I've only been on one.
Not tricky enough to be like, should I tell them in person? I mean, I guess for some people it is.
Yeah, there's there's a whole host of problems there, isn't there?
If you want to deposit a cheque, you typically have to sign the front, sign the back, go to the bank, or go with the person who made the cheque.
Well, I mean, that's a bit of a weird question because you will have to go to the bank.
But not with the person.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. For me, in this country at least, it's always go to the bank.
Nope.
Sign the back.
Sign the back, apparently.
Who knew? We barely even use cheques in this country anymore, don't we?
I don't have a checkbook.
I have one, but I don't use it.
My parents have them.
Most people don't accept cheque anymore because they can bounce,
Yeah.
essentially. And people aren't as rich as they want people to think they are. We're buggered in this country.
I mean, this is a bit, like... True or false? You should talk about marriage before popping the question.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, yes.
but surely there must be people out there that have proposed without talking to their partner.
I'm
about
sure
it.
there are, but I would say yes. I mean, I'm right. So
You're right. Yeah.
According to the quiz, anyway.
Yeah.
If that's not what you did, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're all friends.
Just like a little surprise. Want to get married?
Surprise ring. Wow, just like that.
What is the correct name for this specific type of screwdriver?
Phillips head.
For those of you that don't know, it's a Phillips head. It's the one with the cross thing at the bottom.
Call me Handy Callum. That sounds so
Handy Callum to the rescue.
Handy Callum.
Handy Callum.
Handy Callum.
Handy Callum. After an interview, if you want to increase your chances of getting a job, it's not a bad idea to reapply to the position show up ready to work.
Regardless of whether
Just
you've got it or not.
just
I'm
go to
here,
the interview and be
let me
like-
work. Just like that.
Nothing. Go out the interview. Next morning, show up.
Ah!
That is how you get a job.
Don't give advice like that.
That's how you do it. That's how
It's
I did
not. Don't listen to
it. Send a
terrible
thank you
advice.
letter.
Thank you for
Or-
speaking to me.
Call to schedule a follow-up interview.
Ooh. I don't know if any of those are right.
I would say the follow-up interview is the best of a bad bunch, to be honest.
Well, no, because for me, a follow-up interview is only necessary if there's like an extensive interview process, i.e. you've got like 100 people applying for the job, then you make a short list of those people,
Yeah.
and then you call to schedule a follow-up interview for the short list. So I would say that one, yeah.
Yeah. No!
Send a thank you letter? What?
Really?
How weird is that?
That's actually what it says.
If I sent a thank you letter to every person I'd gone for an interview for, I'd probably be on a list somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's weird. Is that because we're British? Are we weird about stuff like that because of that?
I don't... No, because aren't the British thought of as very polite?
Yes, we are very polite, but we're also very British.
Very British.
British. Very British. Very British. That's not very British.
I don't know what this one means.
Oh, good. Yet another one.
Which one of these is a retirement fund?
The fund for your retirement.
401k, 420k, 1040 EZ, S&P 500.
What?
I don't get it.
Well, I don't. Right, the first two I understand their value.
That one.
No, wait, stop. Right, let's have a gambler's. So,
I'm clammy.
401k. You know how much that is, don't you?
401,000.
Clever. That seems like enough for me. Like
Yeah, but those two aren't monetary values.
S&P 500. Let's go with that.
Wrong.
It's 401k.
You're so dumb.
What does that say? What does the paragraph underneath say?
So, you just started your dream job and now you're already expected to worry about retirement? It doesn't seem to make sense, but the sooner you start worrying about your golden years, the earlier they can start. I don't like this. Let's move on.
We just have pension funds that come out of our wages when we pay.
Just like automatically.
Yeah, like we have the opt-out thing, so you have to actually say you don't want to pay into your pension, otherwise they put you in for it automatically.
Yeah, and then your company put in X amount.
Speaking of which, actually, I need to talk to someone about, because I paid a fair amount into my Bupa pension fund.
Same.
I paid like a good few grand into that.
Well, I was there for like
I was there for 4 years.
8.5. I went.
It's not a competition.
Yes, it is, and I won.
Okay.
How often should you check your oil to see if it needs to be changed?
No idea.
1 month?
Or 1,000 miles.
Who's asking the questions?
Me!
Not you. 3 months or 3,000 miles? 1 year or 10,000 or 5 months or 5,000?
I'm going to go with 5.
Wrong. 3. But I swear, like,
We have MOTs for that, don't we?
no, you're supposed to check your oil, like, all the time.
Oh. All the time, every day.
All the time.
Sorry, just got to
Constantly
jump out and check
checking
my
it.
oil. With your little dipstick.
Yeah.
Do you remember that was an
Dipstick.
insult? Dipstick. That used to mean dumb.
Dum dum.
Dumb. You dumb.
If your power goes out, the first thing you should do is...
Check the fuse box.
Nah, it's called a circuit breaker now.
In America, maybe.
See if the toilet still flushes.
Right, wait. What are the options?
Call the electric company, check your circuit breaker, replace all the light bulbs, or see if your toilet flushes.
I want to see if your toilet flushes. No!
Oh, you don't.
I got that right! Aww.
No. When mailing a letter, you should always write the return address on which part of the envelope.
I don't
This one.
I don't ever write letters.
Have you never written a letter?
Not since I was about 4.
4?
Yeah.
That's not true.
I mean, it is.
You wrote letters to people when you were 4.
Well, I wrote the letter and then my mum translated it in actual legible writing.
To who?
To like thank you letters to like people that got me presents.
Or for the job interviews that you just...
As a 4-year-old, all the job interviews I went for sent a thank you letter that my mum
That
translated.
is the one thing that will give you more chance.
That's so
It's
ridiculous.
so bizarre. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
The upper left-hand corner, the upper right-hand corner, the middle of the front, or the back.
Upper left-hand corner.
Wrong. It's the back.
Yes!
It
Yes!
was the back.
No!
Oh,
You idiot.
I am an idiot. Oh, how much more can I take?
So much more quiz.
I mean, and it's all about driving, and I don't.
It's a bit of an assumption, isn't it? Not all adults drive, you know.
Exactly. I'm actually saving the environment.
It's 2019. I don't identify as a driver. I don't. I'm not a driver.
I neither.
I
don't either. How old? Shut up. Let's let that one fly.
I neither.
Neither.
You're an idiot.
Yeah. How old do most car rental companies require you to be to rent a car? 16,
No.
18,
Maybe.
21,
Oh.
25. I think I know what this is.
I think it's 25.
That's what I was going to say. But it's wrong. 21.
Yeah, but it's 21 for everything in America. I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, you should have. You dumb.
Rude.
True or false? All states require you to have car insurance.
True.
I'm going to say false. It's false. I win.
What states don't?
I don't know. Does it say?
I hope it does, because you idiots. We don't have states. We have counties, and we don't have we don't have federal and state law because all of our laws in our counties are the same. Makes life much easier.
It doesn't say. If you are from America
Tell us.
and you are not required to have car insurance, for one, let us know. And for two,
Tell us why.
yeah,
Like-
how does that, is that alright? Does it work for you?
Well, I mean, I guess because then if you don't crash, then it's fine. But if you do,
If you do, then that's going to cost you,
and the person you've crashed into,
yeah.
it doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
I mean, maybe it makes people less inclined to drive like idiots because they know that they're going to have to pay out of their own pocket if they do cause damage.
Yeah, but then if someone does have car insurance, then they can drive like an idiot because they're covered, and then the person that isn't insured is screwed.
True. It's bizarre.
It's a weird way of doing things.
Question 34.
3 hours later.
How many?
7.
Oh, okay. That's fine. There's 35. That's fine.
Good stuff.
Rent should be no more than 25% of your monthly income.
Yes.
Therefore, if you make £2,400 a month, your rent should be no more than...
$600.
Is that right?
Yes.
I literally read the words and I have no idea what they
Right, so
mean.
half of 2,000.
I don't care.
Cool.
I honestly, every time there's something to do with maths, my brain literally turns off.
Cool stuff, man.
I just can't.
My rent is more than 25% of my monthly income.
So's mine. Maybe
Not-
we should move to
Not by
America.
much, admittedly. Only by about... It's about 30% of
How
my
much is
income.
25% of my income?
I don't know what's your income.
I don't know.
Good.
About 1,300?
Okay, so half of that would be 650, half of that would be 375. No, 300 and...
So that's how much my
25,
rent should
300.
be.
Yeah, your rent should be 325.
That is not the case.
Is it not?
I can tell you that now.
No good.
If you order just...
Even split in half with you and Dom.
Maybe. Don't know.
Because
Don't know what
mine,
half of it
my
is.
rent's 375.
No, it's still more than that, split in half.
My rent's 375, and my monthly income is about 1,200 a month. So mine is £75 over what it should be.
Mine is a lot.
We don't have rent caps here.
No. People just charge whatever
There is a limit to how
they
much.
wanna.
There is a limit to how much people can increase the rent by, but that's the only real limitation. I don't think there's a limit to how often they can increase it as well. I think it goes with inflation.
See, now, what you've just said proves that you are more of an adult than me.
Because you don't know what any of those words mean. Inflation is the... I'm not going to go into that.
Please
actually.
don't. I'm so...
Bored.
bored. No, I let Dom, my partner, deal with all of the monetary side of things.
So not feminist.
I am, because I am allowing him to.
Oh, I see. It's your decision, is it?
It's my decision to not have any involvement, because no matter how much, honestly, like, no matter how many times he tried to explain to me, this is how much the rent is, this is how much our council tax is, blah, 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 this is how much we need, I don't understand. I do not get it.
That's fair.
It's not, it's annoying, but... Annoying.
Let's get this quiz done.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot.
If you order just one drink from a bartender, what is the standard tip?
Again, this is American, and I know in America you guys have a completely different tipping culture, because
that's cool, that's fine.
You know that in America, like, waiting staff are paid nothing. Like,
yeah, don't they
I think
like
there is...
rely on tips quite a lot?
Yeah. I mean, if
that was the case, I would tip, but over here it's not like that.
No, we have a minimum wage, and
also, like, in a lot of places, I don't care. They have like a tip jar and then it gets split.
Yeah,
so
that's what when I used to work.
Anyway.
When I used to work at a restaurant near where my mum lives, and I was the dessert chef. And, and we got a taking of the tips as well. All the staff in the building got a taking of the tip jar, which was really cool. But for example, we work in the care industry, and I earn just a tiny bit more than someone who's on minimum wage. So there's not much variance, and you in this country you generally only tip if, like, you've had really good service, or if you're a rich bugger. Also, though, sometimes rich buggers are less likely to tip because they're like, "It's my money, I earned it myself. I'm not giving you any." Blah, blah, blah.
That's how they stay rich.
I mean, there are many other things that contribute to that, but yeah, that's one of them.
It's one of them. So, what is your answer going to be?
20%.
Wrong. $1.
$1? That's not a lot.
What? So, what does $1 equate to in pounds?
It's like 80p.
So, if your drink is £3,
which it probably wouldn't be. It'd be probably closer to 4.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to easy math for myself. Okay,
£4.
so if your drink is £4, you then have to give them another 80p.
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably be rounded up to £1, wouldn't it? Cause...
So you'd have to pay that's quite a lot, isn't it?
I mean, if your drink is like $3, which I would imagine it probably would be, I'm guessing,
right,
then that's
it. That's
33%. No, I want to know the results.
There is none.
Are you kidding me?
No. That's it. Oh, so yours are.
See what I have to work with. Do you see? Did you click it? It's just not... No, it's loading. Boy, we're professionals. Anytime. 54%?
With a score like that, you are definitely an expert at adulting.
Oh, excellent.
You've never paid your rent late.
Not true.
You're currently working on getting a promotion.
Also not true.
You seem to know everything from basic car maintenance to balancing your checkbook and everything in between.
Also not true.
You have a sound, solid understanding of everything that comes with being an adult. Well done.
I think that quiz is flawed. I wouldn't use that word.
I would, and I just did.
All right,
Fight me.
I'm not going to, because I'm lazy.
So...
Nah, I just can't. I couldn't bring myself to hit you. Not properly. Like, I could do like...
Oh, don't.
Owie.
So, now is the section... You are a lot. Now is the section...
I'm going to do that at least once per
of
episode.
our time, okay, where we are going to... We, and when I say we, I mean Bex, who is... Have I already said that she's like a well good follower of ours?
She's our top contributor.
She gave us some
Contributor. That's not a word.
info.
Contributor.
She
Yeah.
contributed some ideas for us to talk about.
You're
in
manspreading
regards.
right now. Do you know that?
Good. No, don't. I need a wee.
Well,
Get
closing
off.
your legs would help.
No, it won't. Because it pushes it.
Oh, you do.
I'm
You
comfy.
do. Well, I'm not.
Why? There is a lot of
My
room.
back hurts.
Does it? Lean back then.
No, because then they won't be able to hear us. What are you...
Right. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my partner's upstairs playing games and
Screaming.
Hey babe. So
Kitchen Dom.
kitchen dom. Why kitchen?
My kitchen beer.
Yeah, but he's not been in the kitchen.
No, but he does all the cooking in this house.
No, I put stuff in the oven.
That is not cooking.
It is.
No.
So there's a couple of things that we would like to talk about in regards to adulting.
Yes. Yes, there is.
So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the idea of us, people our age, sort of like mid to late 20s.
You are considerably younger than me.
I'm not. Like there is, actually, I don't know whether maybe our generation and a little bit younger, there is this thing about not
Wanting to grow up.
not wanting to grow up, not accepting responsibility, and also I think there's a big thing about people feeling like they're owed.
Entitlement.
Yeah.
Massively.
Yeah, whereas people like in our parents' and grandparents' generations, and probably before,
I wouldn't say it's excluding them, actually.
no, not excluding them, but I feel like they had a higher work ethic than the majority of people our age.
I think that will have been largely down to the fact that, you know, there'd just been a war.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that there's no reason for it. I'm just
right.
saying that it was a thing.
Yeah, I think they have, generally speaking, a better work ethic than people of our generation.
Yeah, like a lot of people our age think like it's our right to certain things.
Like a wage.
Yeah,
Which it is, if you work for it. That's
Yeah.
how that works.
yeah,
Like,
and people going like, you know, oh, I'm not doing that job. I'm not doing, you know.
oh, it's beneath me.
Yeah, well, it's not.
No.
Get a job.
You
If
need
you
a
can,
job.
if you can work, you should work.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. If you can't, then there's stuff in place to help you out.
Not the best.
It's not the best, granted, but then I think that it has been taken advantage of,
Massively.
and that's probably why it's not the best. And unfortunately, the people that actually do need it suffer because of that.
Because of the people who abuse the system.
Yeah, and the people that are abusing the system, I feel, are the people that aren't taking responsibility for their own life choices. They aren't taking responsibility.
They're not being adults.
They're not adulting, basically.
Which is not cool.
No.
But I think really this point we wanted to talk about, in our generation, there's sort of a feeling of rejection of the concept of adulting. Like, it's not necessarily a new word, but at the end of the day, it's something that I think our generation has embraced as a negative.
Yeah.
You know, like growing up, like making sure you pay everything on time, making sure that you've got enough money to live on, making sure you've got the things you need to survive.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing just seems like, I think our generation, it's a phrase we use, but it's something that generally speaking our generation sees as a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. I mean, it is, and this
It is a
is the
lot.
thing. Like, it is a lot. It's a lot to do, but at the same time, once you are doing it, it becomes a habit. It becomes your natural state. So it's not really that hard. Like I used to be in the situation where I was literally getting to a week after being paid and I had no money left.
Really?
Yeah. Not even like that long ago. Like,
Were you
like
living?
4 years ago.
Were you living at home at that time? Or
No, I was living in Brighton.
You had your own place.
Yeah, I've been living away from my parents from the age of 16.
See, I think that's where we differ because I moved out at the age of 26.
So last year.
Yeah.
You're so young.
So I think that's the thing as well, is that there may be a difference in like what age you move out. If you move out younger, you know, I was fortunate. I was able to stay at home. My mum was okay with that, and I could basically do what I want. If I wanted to spend all my wages on
Sweeties.
clothes and shoes and food and
Which you definitely still do.
Not all of it. Like after the bills, then I buy food and stuff.
Yeah.
But I count food as a bill now.
I mean, it is.
It is.
It's a, you know,
It's a
an amount you need to
necessity.
take into your monthly expenses.
Yeah, exactly.
See, with me, I tried to live that lifestyle, but without the means to do so.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, I'd get my wage, and to be fair, you know, my first sort of 3 years of living away from my mum, I was provided with a student loan, which doesn't help because I got like $3,000 every 3 months. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It does seem like it. No, sorry, 2.5 grand every 3 months. And that does seem like a lot, but when you're essentially still a child and you don't understand the finer points of living in an adult world,
Yeah.
you're like, I've got so much money, let's go crazy! And admittedly, I spent a lot of that on drugs. I spent maybe about a third of that on drugs.
Yeah.
No good. No good, don't do that.
Drugs are bad.
If moderated, they're not so bad, but...
That's a whole other episode.
Yeah, well, let's not go into that today.
Yeah, so I think that it's different.
Kids today just don't want to adult. I'm sorry, we're not done with this point yet. Yeah, that's right. I'm steamrolling. No, genuinely though, like, kids today see that whole responsibility, and I say kids today, I'm including myself in that. They see the whole being responsible, taking ownership of your choices and your decisions as a negative thing because they're like, no, I want to stay being a kid. Thing is, I am the biggest child I know, apart from her. We're on the same level, like maturity-wise.
Yeah.
But we are also paying our bills on time, paying our rent on time, having enough money to feed ourselves, and
Clearly.
still. Are we talking about you or me?
Me.
Oh, that's fine then. I thought we were talking about me. I was like, rude! But, you know, like, we're still able to do cool things. Like, 2 days ago, I went to go see one of my favourite bands because I have the money to. Later in the year, I'm going to Prague to see one of my other favourite bands because I have the money to. I'm going to record a music video next week because I have the money to. You can still do all these awesome things, but you just have to live in the reality of the world.
And it's not immediate.
No.
I think that's the other thing. Like a lot of younger people, kind of. I know that like when I was still living at home and I got paid, if I wanted a pair of shoes that cost £100, I'd be like, yeah, I'll have them.
Yeah.
Whereas now,
You have to
that
save
probably
for it.
I'd have to save for probably a couple of months to afford that.
But again, that's the reality of the world we
That
live in.
it is, and I think the fact that people can't like instantly get that gratification because that's quite prevalent in society. Like you put up a picture on Facebook or Instagram,
Like.
Yeah.
Seconds.
yeah, literally
That's not
hundreds
how
and
the world
thousands.
works.
Yeah, it's not. You have to work and be patient. You know, you run out of money. You run out of money.
Yeah, and
You know.
after you've run out of money, like some people are in the fortunate position where they've got parents or guardians or whoever who can bail them out. A lot of us now are not in that position. Like I can't go to my mum and be like, "Mum, I've got no money. Can you help me out?"
Yeah,
please?"
no, me neither.
I can't do that. So you have to just own it and do it. Be sensible and
Budget.
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 God, we're silly, aren't we?
What do you mean?
Well, we're just giving all this advice. We're idiots.
I know.
Just
Don't
putting that
listen
out
to
there.
us.
Like
Yeah.
we haven't got this nailed either.
Yeah, no, we suck too, and we will discuss that.
Sizzle. She's a lot.
So that kind of brings us on to the fact that the idea of growing up has changed over the generations.
Massively.
You know, we don't have a world war to contend with.
Which is nice.
It's nice.
But we do have war.
I'm very sorry for the people that are experiencing war.
That sucks.
Like genuinely.
Well, of course, like we're not. I mean, we are arseholes, but we're not that kind of
we're
arsehole.
not that bad.
Like, it's...
We are fortunate enough
We're
in the
very
UK
fortunate.
to not be at war, and that is a massive thing. Is like especially like generationally, that would have forced that entire generation to grow up like that.
Yeah. Well, when you look at like World War II, and I mean even more so World War One, how many people were killed?
Yeah.
It then falls to the people left behind, or the people who made it back and were able to step up and run the country essentially. You know, not just in powerful positions, but your day-to-day stuff like your infrastructure.
Yeah.
All of this, and we don't have that. We have a different kind of crisis in that we're financially buggered, a lot of us. So you could argue that should be waking up your average person and realising that you've got to grow up and you've got to set yourself some money aside and you've got to have enough to live within your means. However, I think it's actually having the opposite effect where people are sort of like fighting that. Unfortunately, you kind of have to realise that at a certain point you've got to just accept the reality you're living in.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, back in our grandparents' day, for example, you know...
they were all like married and had kids by the time they were 19.
Yeah. And I think also part of that is important to remember that their life expectancy wasn't as long as ours.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we've got...
like, for them, like, 60
was old.
was old. For us, like...
60's the new 30.
Yeah.
Which is good, because I'm nearly 30.
I'm so far away from 30.
You are, because you're so much younger than I am.
So yeah, it definitely would have been different, you know, and economically, socially, it would have been completely different. I think that people in 2018, 2019, who are sort of 15, 16 years old are very, very different to how we were at 15, 16 years old. At 15, 16 years old, I didn't really wear makeup. I wasn't that interested in boys. I just kind of wanted to like hang out with my friends and...
Get drunk?
No.
Oh, I did.
No, I literally didn't start drinking until I was like 17.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So, you know, I was still playing with toys.
Aww.
You know?
Cute.
I am cute.
Not anymore.
No. But now, like females of 16 look my age.
Yeah, it's
they look a lot older, they behave a lot older, they do things that older people do.
Yeah.
And
they're growing up faster, but also not. Like
they're not, because they're skipping.
Yeah, they're skipping a whole stage of development.
Yeah, they're going straight from like kid, like young kid, to
adult.
Early 20s.
Yeah, which is weird in a lot of ways. And also, but the thing is, I don't think it's affecting boys as much. Because I see around here especially, like guys 17, 16, and they are children. Like, they are morons.
Yeah, they're like still like kicking footballs about and...
Yeah, and being thuggy.
Yeah,
and
which is what lads have always done, I guess.
Yeah, but then my point is that, you know, girls seem to want to be, in some ways, adults much quicker than boys do.
Yeah, I mean, it's
in
a fact
some ways,
that girls...
not universally.
It's a fact that girls mature faster.
Sure, of course.
But it's almost been, like, escalated. It's almost been like, right, okay, well, you know, you're 13 years old now, so you need to start wearing makeup, you need to start dressing like Kim Kardashian, you need to... You know, and I think... social media has a lot of influence on how people have grown up. You know,
their expectations are warped by it, I think.
Yeah, like, you know, there was social media when I was that age, but not to the extent
really. No, it wasn't.
It is now.
Like, Twitter wasn't a thing.
No.
And I think,
Facebook wasn't a thing.
No. We had Bebo.
We had Bebo and MySpace. MySpace is still the best. Definitely.
We've had this argument before, and you're
Definitely.
still wrong. You're still wrong.
Please leave a comment, MySpace or Bebo. I guarantee I'll win.
Bebo.
MySpace.
It's all about Bebo. No, because the Americans will vote with you because they love MySpace.
Good.
Bad.
Come on my side.
Bit of an odd request.
Don't make it weird. So, Bex asked us a question, and that kind of links in.
Good.
What aspects of us are more grown up? Like, what is something that you are more grown up about than me, and vice versa?
I think that's difficult for us to answer with a bit of a difference of answer, because I said answer very frequently there. Because at the end of the day, we're still very childish.
Yes.
As exhibited by most of this.
Yes.
But also, I think in the ways where reality doesn't allow us to be children still, we are much more adult than we were 5 years ago.
I think we're the same.
We are very similar.
Really, because both of us like mess about and all the rest of it. But as Callum said, we both work in the care industry, and that requires you to not mess about.
Yeah, it requires a certain level of sensibility.
Yeah, I mean, adult.
And responsibility.
You know, Callum looks after the elderly.
The aged.
The aged. Help the aged. I look after adults with learning disabilities, so both of that.
Oh no.
It's in your hair.
Cooties.
Both of that requires a level of maturity.
Yeah, but then day-to-day life, we're more like this. We're just idiots who...
I mean,
bum
I'm
around.
like this a bit at work.
I am too, but within reason. There's
There's a boundary.
There's a professional persona that you must adopt.
Yeah, so I think like we both kind of have this. I think basically we both have an acceptance of the concept of time and place.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I'm gonna move a bit closer because the light is drawing in.
I'm not going to put a light on.
No.
Look at your happy little face.
My little my moonhead. That's what Dom says.
You're
I've got.
paler than me.
Yeah,
I almost look a little bit not pale.
I'm very pale.
I mean, I'm white, but I'm not that
I'm
white.
very, very pale. It's part of my aesthetic.
Yeah.
I
sorry.
am the moon. Don't touch me.
I am the Eggman.
Ooh.
I am the Eggman.
Ooh.
I am the walrus.
Cuckoo,
We
cuckoo.
probably shouldn't do that.
Oh, was it less than 30 seconds though? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, basically, I think that we are both mature enough to do the basic adulting things like paying our bills, making sure that we've got enough food. But I think both of us are helped a lot by our partners, because Callum's partner,
Speak for yourself. I do all the work.
your partner, Hannah, is a bloody lovely girl. And
Don't say her name. Say
Why?
my name. Say my
why
name.
not? Would she not like that?
I know, I've said it loads of times on the podcast before. I'm just being an idiot. For a change.
So yeah, I think that they help us to adult a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so. But also, again, the realities of life kind of force you to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up homeless on the dole. No good.
Yeah. Bottom line, if you don't do the things that you have to do,
The world will chew you up and spit you out.
yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it is. So the next point is making friends.
Right, look, I don't know how to make adult friends.
I'm going to turn a light on.
Okay, you do that. I'll talk to the camera. So, yeah, basically... Oh, that's not helped.
Yeah, it has.
Not really.
That's fine. What's wrong with that?
Everything. So, as far as making friends go, I still do it the same way that I did when I was a kid. Like, I muck around, people find it funny, that's my entrance point to talk to them.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'm just a bit like, ooh. Like, I wouldn't go to, like, a social thing and just be like, hi, my name's Callum, how you going? Because I'd find that incredibly awkward, uncomfortable and weird.
Same.
But I don't mind being silly, because I think when you are being a certain silly person and people find that funny, it sort of gives you an indication of the fact that they're on your level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if they get it, if they vibe with it.
Yeah, exactly. So as far as making adult friends go, can't help you. Can't help you at all.
I can't help you either. Callum is probably the first friend I've made in, I don't know, 5 years.
Wow, that's really sad. I've made so many more friends than you.
I have
One friend.
about 3.
What? Outrage.
I have about 3 people.
Tres personas.
3 friends. Anyway, I find it difficult to find individuals that like the same things that I do. I vibe with a lot of people and I can have fun with a lot of people and talk to a lot of people. But I find it difficult to find people who are like into the same music as me,
Yeah.
have the same like beliefs that I have.
You have a lot of beliefs. You are a lot in general.
Yeah, I know.
And I get that, because especially around these here parts, we're quite...
Like we're in the
alternative.
country, yeah.
And not a lot of people around here are, so you get your people that are into your top 40 hits and your I don't know, like Friends and
Friends. They're into Friends.
the show, not the concept.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like,
not a fan.
yeah, you're run of the mill kind, and that's fine. But
Yeah, that's great. You do you.
for us, we don't generally vibe with people like that because that's not us, and there's not a lot of common ground there.
Yeah.
So we find it. Well, speaking for myself here, I find it quite difficult to make adult friends around here.
I do, because like there's not a lot of opportunity to meet
No.
somebody. Like I know that there's quite a lot of alternative venues in sort of like London and like the bigger cities and even like the bigger towns and stuff, but where we are,
nothing.
there's literally nothing.
Dead.
We would have to travel probably at least an hour
Yeah.
to go to like an alternative club.
Speaking from experience, that is true.
You know, you might get the odd alternative band, like local band, but not like an actual. Because I think like in London and stuff, they have like goth club nights.
Yeah, loads.
Like
loads.
in Bristol, they have that like new metal thing where they just play. I
Limp
really want to
Bizkit.
go to that.
Limp Bizkit and Korn, and that's it.
That's it. System of a Down, Papa Roach,
Linkin Park.
Linkin. Oh.
Didn't like them for a long time.
Oh, I like them.
I like their old stuff. I like their first two albums and
Yeah.
Reanimation. Apart from that, it's all pants.
I like Hybrid Theory.
I mean, sad about Chester, obviously, but
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Boo.
So yeah, making friends around here is quite difficult.
Super difficult. I don't even know how regular adults do make friends. Write in, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
We're
you know what?
stumped.
In the town that I live in, I did see like another goth girl, and I was like, but I was too scared to go and talk to her.
Oh, you should have gone, hey,
But like,
we're
what
both
do
black.
I?
Well, you're not.
What do I do? What do I do? Do I go up to her out of the blue, out of nowhere, and like tap her on the shoulder and be like, "Hi,
I guess.
we look similar.
I'm sure we might like some
Should
things
we
that
be
are the
friends?"
same.
Yeah, you know.
She might be a dick. You don't know.
exactly. Like I'm a dick.
Yeah, but you're not the bad kind. Stop making that face. It's awful.
I like it.
Well, at least someone does.
So yeah, it's quite. I feel like when you're younger, you're in school or college or like you're in education, and you are forced to interact with a group of like 30 other kids, exactly your age,
Yeah.
who are experiencing
The same
their
things.
home lives might be different, but their school lives are essentially the same.
Yeah,
You're
where
in
everyone-
the same lessons. You're with the same people. You're kind of forced into this, like, you know, and then there's playtime.
Yeah.
Who
And
else are you going to play with?
Also,
you know?
like, I think it's important to say that when you're a kid, you don't care about who the person is, and certain aspects of their personality don't matter.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like, who do I go and play football with?
Yeah.
Or who do I go and run down this hill with? You know, like.
Just to say, that doesn't exclusively mean that I will only be friends with alternative people.
No, not at all. Most of my friends aren't alternative.
You are my only alternative friend.
Oh my god.
It's done.
I wonder if he knows he's guesting.
I don't think he's ever realised. He probably won't watch this.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, so it's the thing is, like, from my point of view, I think a lot of people think I look kind of scary. They maybe don't want to like approach me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Loads of people throughout my life have been like, you know, after I've started speaking to them, they've said, "Oh, when I first met you, you look scary."
Oh, weird. I can't see it, but then
No,
I
me
know,
neither,
I know
but
her
then-
as a person, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, but
She's like the least scary person in the world. Wouldn't say boo to a goose.
Bo.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm not a goose.
Bo.
Ah! Terrifying.
Yeah, so like, and I think that's another point, is that
Oh, not another point.
a lot of people, you know, when they're making friends, they automatically do
Base
judge
their judgment
people.
on your visuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And, you know, that's not, you know.
Well, it's
not
like when you're
always
looking at a
true.
plate of food, they say you eat with your eyes.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't appeal to your senses, then you're not going to put your mouth on it, are you?
I guess it's kind of fair, because I wouldn't, I mean, I'd probably be just as guilty as that. If I saw somebody that looked sort of like normal, I would automatically
Or like a chap.
think, yeah, it's quite offensive though.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, sorry, chaps. I mean, sorry, people who... Oh, sorry.
Sorry. You know, I would kind of automatically assume that we didn't like the same music, we didn't have the same interests.
I mean, Especially around here, 9 times out of 10, that's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
Like, it really is.
So
Maybe not where you are, but around here,
around
it really
here,
is.
yeah, it really is. So the next point is how to be happy.
This one is a complicated point.
Yeah,
It's such an individual, personal thing.
definitely.
We can only really talk about our own happiness and how we achieve that. As far as I go, as long as I've got enough food in my cupboard, I've got music I can play, I've got a couple of people around me who I don't hate, and there's there's something on the horizon, something I'm going for, like like this, going to Prague, well excited for that. Something that is like an aim, like a goal, if you will. I'm a happy man. I've got simple tastes. I'm easy to please. That sounds like I'm trying to. Anyway,
Door number 3.
it's as easy or as complicated as you want to make it. Essentially, is what I would say.
Yeah, I think this is probably the happiest I've been.
Which is awesome.
I've got a lot going for me, and
Don't know about
Shut
that. Ouch.
I personally think that happiness.
Genuinely, when I first heard that song, I thought it was going penis. I didn't think it was about happiness.
I think it's something that you need
Penis
to find internally.
within yourself.
Yeah.
You got to search for the hero inside yourself.
Search for the secret you have.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I think
enough of that.
that you can be, you hear of people like in real bad positions or like with really severe mental health issues or that have been in accidents and been like paralysed or whatever, and they're like the happiest people ever. I think
It's finding fulfillment in what you've got.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's essentially what it is. Like, as long as
Or,
you are happy with...
No, it's not just that. If you're not fulfilled with what you've got, search for what you need.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a position where, my life's not bad, but I could be happier. Go and look for it.
Find that
Find that
happiness,
thing that
yeah.
makes you happy, and
Even if it is...
find
like,
something you love. Like for us, I don't know about you, but for me, music. I love music. I'm in a band. We do music all the time, and I love that. She's come to see me play, and she said, "What was it? I'm like the Cheshire Cat."
Yeah, he
Like-
is. He drums like this.
Like, when I'm behind a drum kit, I am the happiest I have ever been, and it's something I'll always hold on to. I mean, unfortunately, not everyone's got that thing, but if you haven't got that thing, find it. Find that thing that brings you unadulterated joy, and keep doing it.
But it could be something so simple like
Yeah.
appreciating the view outside your window.
Yeah.
Like, if, say, for example, if you absolutely love watching the sunrise, get yourself up every single morning and watch it. If that is something that is going to start off your day and, bring you joy, then literally do it. I think that also, on a kind of the same thing, but different, basically everybody I know is on antidepressants.
Yeah, that is becoming much more common.
That's a thing, and that is fine. If you need that, that is fine. And talk about your mental health, definitely.
Don't stay quiet.
But I think that contributes a lot to, your happiness. If you need to talk about it, then talk about it. If you need to get help, then get help.
If there are things in your life that are making you unhappy, express them.
Yeah.
Don't keep it inside. Get it out there. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people will just turn around and go, I don't care. But there will be someone who will go, I can help.
Yeah.
Didn't really mean to make this into a...
This is how you should live your life.
Nah, do what you want.
Yeah, literally do what you want.
As long as it's within the confines of the law.
Yes, don't hurt nobody.
We're legals. What?
I think... I was going to make another point then.
Oh, I'm sorry, I pooped on it.
No, it's fine. It was something about...
Being happy?
Yeah, we were talking
Within
about...
the confines of your own reality?
mental health,
Yeah.
being on medication,
Yeah.
being able to talk about it.
Yeah. It's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fine. sometimes thoughts leave your head and you don't get to express them.
Oh no, it's not fine. That's literally the whole point of this. That my thoughts come out of my face hole.
Face hole. You have so many face holes.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, pores are holes technically, aren't they?
Are they? Yeah, I guess they are.
In a way.
In a way.
In a manner of speaking. From a certain point of view, Alligatus.
Yeah, I think that, oh, God, I forgot.
It's fine. Look, at the end of the day, just find that thing that makes you happy, keep doing it, and if you don't have it, search for it. 'Cause
I forgot what I was gonna say.
don't do what India does. If you have something that you think is important, get it out there.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
not?
definitely.
Because I find, I don't know about you, but a creative outlet is a great way to externalise negative as well emotions.
Yeah.
If you're feeling pants and crap, then, and you're able to get it out there in some creative outlet, like, I don't know, like do a drawing, sing a song.
Even just like singing in the shower.
Yeah, so therapeutic.
It's like cathartic.
Ooh, cathartic.
Cathartic.
Right.
So there's 2 more points to discuss.
No, let's just go to that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There is one more point that we would like to discuss,
One big one.
and it is conflict resolution,
Right. This for me is quite important.
Do you wanna go
Because,
first?
yeah, if that's all right.
of course.
I think if you can't resolve your conflicts, then you are going to have a very unhappy life.
I know what I was going to say.
Oh, good.
In order to gain happiness, this is my advice.
Here we bloody go.
Get rid of things that no longer serve you.
Oh, this point. Yeah.
Okay? So
So
if
butlers
that's...
that don't do their work.
Yeah.
Get rid
Basically,
of them.
all of those staff you employed, they're not good enough. Put them in the bin. If you're friends with somebody who isn't very nice or whatever, get rid of them. If you're in a toxic relationship, get rid of them. If you're in a really shitty job that you hate and, you know, you hate your boss and you hate the people you work with, find a new job. Like, do everything you can to get rid of, like, the negativity and the things that don't serve you. Like, if you need to just, you know, it's not always as easy as just like, oh yeah, I'm going to leave my job. But try. And even sometimes the act of trying
Helps.
can help and kind of boost you a little bit. You know, okay, yeah, you might be struggling to find a new job, but you know that you're on the right path. You're starting to do it. You know, yeah, okay, it might not be easy to leave a relationship, but you could make changes to try and do that. And that is the point that I wanted to make. And that it's okay to say no if you don't want to do something. Would you agree?
Yes. Hence my thumbs.
Anyway.
So, resolving conflict is super important. Can you lean back because I can't be seen? Thank you. Jeez. Yeah, if you are unable to resolve conflict in your life, you're going to be miserable. No two ways about that, unfortunately. Also, though, having said that, there are going to be people that you... Oh, hello. I look so pink now. I'm a pink man. There are going to be people in your life that won't resolve conflicts with you, and you have to let that go. Like, you can fight as long as you want, but some people will not be moved. And you can't let that get you down, stress you out, ruin your day. In my workplace in particular, in my old workplace, there was a lot of conflict all the time. Every single day there was some fight or someone said something about this, blah, blah, blah. And I learned very quickly that if I was to get involved with this, I would just blow my brains out. So you take steps to either remove yourself from conflict, resolve what conflicts you can, and if you can't resolve the conflict and you can't remove yourself from it, walk away, let it go. It's not that big a deal. It doesn't matter. It's just, yeah. When you're in conflict with someone, talk to them. If they're in a position to talk, like if they're not raging and it's not so fresh, like come back at a later date, talk to them, be like, right, look, what's causing this? Because I don't like it. I'm sure you don't either. And start that sort of communication, that back and forth, because that is the best way to resolving any conflict. If I mean, we've never had an argument because we're such
best friends.
around here. We're super chill. But if we were to have an argument, like we disagree on things, of course we do, but if we ever actually had an argument, I'd be like, dude, what's going on?
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, it's this.
I hate you.
End of podcast. So, but my point is, you know, I would speak to her and I'd say, right, there's something going down. What's going on, man? Sometimes it might not even be something you've done. Sometimes it might be an external issue. And just talking to that person and letting them know that you don't want any issues between you, it can help mountains. And you might actually find that in resolving the conflict, you gain a new friend or you gain a deeper understanding of yourself as a person. But the three main important things for me: resolve what conflicts you can, learn when you can't, and learn when you can just walk away. Because it makes life A, so much simpler, and B, so much happier. If you're not constantly surrounded by toxicity, like all this negativity, it makes your life so much more positive. If you can remove yourself from all that mess, and you can just live a happier, easier, simpler life. And I'm not being funny, but simplicity in life can make everything so much easier. All
That's
the big
true
stuff to deal
happiness,
with.
isn't
Yeah, not having any stress is true
Yeah.
happiness. Just like, I've woken up today and I don't need to do anything. I can just do what I choose, which I had this morning until I got a call from my boss.
I was
yeah.
the same this morning until I had a message from you going, "Wake up."
Wake up, let's go do podcast.
I don't want it. You don't want it.
But she did. She got up.
Yeah,
as
no,
you can see.
I'm very much in agreement with that. I think that
Can't wait, we agree on something.
gosh.
This never happens.
I feel like there's a difference, you know, like when you're a kid or when you're younger, you might just sort of like argue and stuff, and like arguing is healthy, if done in the right way, I think.
Yes.
You know, disagreements and discussions can be had without like violence and stuff like that.
Yeah, don't raise your fist. It's not
Yeah,
needed.
like that's never going to solve anything.
No, just violence begets more violence.
And
Rules to live by.
I feel like there are times where you'll be faced with a conflict that you, like Callum said, you can't fix, and it's important to be able to let that go and walk away, and that's not necessarily as easy as it sounds.
No, but it is the right thing to do.
Yeah, because, you know, the another important thing to remember is that not everybody is going to like you.
No.
You can't please everybody.
Especially when you're a weirdo like we are.
You know, a lot of people think I'm really weird.
I think you're really
They are
weird.
right. But some people vibe with it.
Not me.
Not a lot of people, but some do.
3 people, apparently.
Yeah, about 3. I was including you in that, so 2. Hi, Mum.
Kitchen Viv.
So yeah, I think it's just, you know, it doesn't have to be a drama. Like, everything doesn't need to be drama all the time. Like, you can just be like, okay, I don't get on with this person, or I don't get on with this person anymore, or I disagree with this person. Like, make the decision in your mind, like, am I going to be better off without that person in my life? Are they actually quite an important part to my life, and I should hold on to them, I should fight for it? If not, just literally ignore it. Just be like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Within the context of this topic, though, of adulting, especially when you're talking about a work environment, there's going to be conflict. But a mark of
just be
being
civil.
a mark of being an adult is to go, look, I don't like this person, they don't like me, but we still have a job to do, and that's what we're here for. So I'm going to prioritise doing my job over being everyone's friend.
Yeah, because that's just not. It's just literally not possible.
No, it's not. It never will be. You know, there are over 7 billion people in this world. Chances are some of them ain't going to like you, and that's not an issue.
I think it's important to be okay with that as well, because I think a lot of people aren't.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like, I accepted very early on that not everybody likes me, because I've always been a bit alternative. I've always been like picked on, or, you know, whatever. I've always had different interests to a lot of other people, so I had to accept very early on that I'm not everybody's favourite person, and I'm quite loud, I'm quite opinionated, you know, that grabs people the wrong way.
And that's fine. It's fine. It
And
really
that's
is
okay,
fine.
but that's who I am, and I'm not prepared to change who I am to please other people.
I think that's another important point as well. Don't compromise who you are just because you want someone to like you. Like, you don't need that. There are, like I said, over 7 billion people in this world. A lot of them are going to like you just for who you are.
Aren't we kind?
Don't know about that.
Aren't we nice people?
No, we are not.
I think we are.
Should we end there? Yeah, I think that's a good point to end. So, yeah, this was our first outing on the YouTubes. Terrifying. I don't know if you realised, but we're a bit sort of like...
But now you can see what we look like and how we
Yeah.
like... I know, soz.
Sorry about that.
I did put on some makeup for you,
I didn't.
clearly.
Didn't even shave. I shaved yesterday, but grows so fast.
Sneeze.
Beard.
Testosterone comes out.
Because I'm such a man. I'm not. But yeah, so we've got a little Facebook page,
We are Baffle Podcast on everything.
Baffle Podcast and everything.
Instagram,
Facebook.
Facebook. We're not on
Gmail.
Twitter yet.
We've got a Gmail.
We have got a Gmail if you want to email us.
bafflepodcast@gmail.com. Email in if you want us to talk about something, if you want us to, ramble on like we have been doing today with our very professional setup. Then yeah, email in or comment on our Facebook, message us on Instagram, whatever, and we'll give it a crack.
Yeah, we are available on the socials.
And yeah, we post up like pictures. We're going to do a few more YouTube videos to just bulk out the channel a bit. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, so apologies if this was rubbish. It's literally our first go and we're a bit like...
We don't know what we're doing.
We literally...
Because we're baffled.
Kind of decided that doing videos might be a good idea.
She decided. I agreed.
And then Callum came over and was like, oh yeah, we need a tripod. I was like, yeah, they've got some in Poundland. So our tripod...
It's from
It's
Poundland.
from Poundland. It's actually holding up pretty well.
It's done a good job.
I mean, it's not fallen over.
We're just recording on India's phone. We're recording the audio on my phone. We're not
Yeah.
going to mix the two together because we don't know how.
How would you... Oh yeah, no. What?
We don't know how.
Why would you need to mix the two together?
Because that's what professionals do.
Yeah, but there's audio on the cat phone.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks
get
for
it.
listening. Thanks for watching. Well, we can say that now. That's
Ooh,
weird.
How exciting.
And we'll be back next week with a new episode.
Cheers.
You need to...
Turn it. Oh, stop.
Bye.
Bye.